All right, I think audio's good and everything. Oh, I got to sneeze, but that shit just went away. You ever had that feeling where you got to sneeze and then you about to get it out and then it just goes away and then your nose just burns? Yeah, that's. But Robe reacts in the fucking building. Robe tokes. You already know the vibes. We gonna react because I'm not gonna lie, y'all niggas in my I forgot what video it was. The fuck niggas was talking about LeBron and shit. There's a lot of LeBron haters in my comments. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of y'all niggas do not like LeBron James. Understandable though. Some niggas do not like him. You know what I'm saying? They got their reasons, my niggas. So I was going back and forth with some niggas in the comments. And some niggas make valid points. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant, they go up against some kind, you know what I'm saying, some competition. He went up against some, you know what I'm saying, some notable names in the Western Conference. But my whole thing is, you know what I'm saying, LeBron James, you know what I'm saying, he can literally, you know what I'm saying, he can actually do everything on the fucking floor. There's niggas in my comments saying, he can't do everything, bro. He can't play defense. He can't do that. How can he not play defense when he's the leading leader in playoff steals? And he's top 10 in almost every he's top 10 in every category in the fucking playoffs, bro. How the fuck does that mean he doesn't play defense? I don't know. I don't know. But niggas saying he'll play defense. Niggas saying that if he played in the 90s, he'd be a bum, which is also cap. So LeBron James played in the 90s with this athleticism and his IQ, his basketball IQ, and his skill set. He'd be just fine. He'll be alright. He'll be alright. But this is not what this video is about. This video was talking about the 2007 run that he had, where I said in the video that this was LeBron. This was peak. This is when LeBron earned my respect. You know what I'm saying? Because the fact that he brought this trash ass team, I'ma say it. I don't give a fuck. Some niggas is saying this team's not trash. This team sucks. This team should not be in the finals at all. I know the Eastern Conference was weak. They were like the only 50-win team during that time. I'm just going off of what I remember. You know what I'm saying? They were like the 50-win. They were like the only team with 50+ wins or some shit during that Eastern Conference, that weak ass East. And their only competition was the Detroit Pistons, which they beat. They fucking demolished. So I understand why niggas saying that standpoint is not really. They're not really ass, but they're ass. They're not good. In the Eastern Conference, they were all right. But bro, if you put that team in the West, bro, they're not making the playoffs. They're gonna be like the 10th seed in the West. That's my whole thing. Obviously, they were a great defensive team, but other than that, it was LeBron versus the world. Nobody else could fucking do what LeBron. Nobody else could fill LeBron's load. Pause. Let's get to the
It
video.
is the year 2007.
Shout out
LeBron
A1
James,
Hoops.
as a 22-year-old, led his Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA Finals. But how impressive was it really? What was the competition like? In this video, we're going to get into that.
Bet.
What's going on?
Bet.
This is your boy, NBA1 Hoops. Back at it with another video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like for more content. Now let's go ahead and get into it. Now, LeBron James, as a 22-year-old, as I mentioned earlier, dragged his Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA Finals.
Facts.
Now, before we start getting into everything, I just want to make a quick disclaimer. This is no way, shape, or form any type of hate or, any slight towards LeBron James. It was an impressive feat, and especially as a 22-year-old. So I just wanted to get that out the way. This is in no way, shape, or form some type of...
It's literally like, bro. And that's why I say that this was peak LeBron, because he was fucking 22. He did this shit at 22 years old, bro. He was a baby. He was a kid. He's my age. Almost, he's a year older than me. He was a year older than me. And this nigga out here carrying Cleveland to the promised land. Like, how?
Hate
With
like
Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Larry Hughes as the second and third option. Like, how? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, my shit muted.
I am objective. So I wanted to throw that out there because I can already hear the comments and people on Twitter saying, oh, you're just a LeBron hater. Well, that's not true. So the first thing I want to discuss with you guys is the competition that LeBron faced. In other words, the road he faced to get to the finals in the first place. So as you can see on your screen, we have each round and the opposing team's record. So the corresponding opponent's record within that round. So in round one, the Cleveland Cavaliers went up against the 41-41 Washington Wizards and swept them. In the second round, he faced the New Jersey Nets, who were a 41-41 team. So both of these first two teams that LeBron faced in the NBA playoffs back in 2007 weren't even above 500. Now, the next team he faced in the Eastern Conference Finals was the 53-29 Detroit Pistons. So that right there is a solid team. And then, of course, in the NBA Finals, as we all know, he faced the San Antonio Spurs, and lost in 4 games. He was swept.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at each
Tim Duncan
round, and we're going to
and
look
Greg
at the
Pop
competition that
fucked LeBron
LeBron
up that
actually
season.
faced. In other words, the opposing team's players, and we're also going to compare that to the amount of help that LeBron had within that series. So, like I said before, the first round was the Washington Wizards. The 2 best players on the Washington
Washington
Wizards, who were a
getting the fuck out of
41
here. They're not
team,
good.
so
They weren't good.
above
The
500.
best players. The best. I don't even think they had Gilbert Arenas during this time. No, I don't think they did. I don't think they did. No, they didn't. They had Antoine Jameson, they had Antonio Daniels, and I think they had fucking what's that nigga name? That fucking both. No, I don't think they had Brendan Haywood.
Where Antoine Jameson at 32 points per game and 9 rebounds during that series.
32 points
and
per
Antonio
game.
Daniels at 13.3 points per game and 11.8
nigga.
assists. So that's very solid. Those are the 2 best players and 2 leading scorers on the Wizards. Now let's compare that to what LeBron had and the help he had and the contributions that he had from his teammates. So it was a very solid series for LeBron. He averaged 27.8 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game, and 7.5 assists per game.
A little bit of help.
Now let's look at some of his teammates, because the false narrative that goes on in the media is that, hey, LeBron dragged his teams to the 07 finals with no help. But
This is the first round though. Okay, first round. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Everybody was contributing. But when he went up against Detroit. And when he went up against San Antonio, it was quite literally LeBron James versus the world, my nigga. There was no, my nigga, you're not about to sit here and tell me that Larry Hughes, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and Drew Gooden, and fucking, who's that other nigga? I can't think of the nigga name right now, because that's how true it is. But bro, Larry Hughes, Zydrunas Ilgauskas, and Drew Gooden were not that consistent for 3-4 straight playoff series in a row. They weren't, bro. And in the San Antonio Spurs series, they were damn near non-existent, especially Zydrunas Ilgauskas. And in the fucking Detroit Pistons series, LeBron was quite literally doing everything on the floor. He was scoring, he was assisting, he was rebounding, he was blocking shots, he was doing everything on the floor. So I don't care what niggas are talking about.
Here, if you weren't already, Larry Hughes, 19 points per game, 6.8 rebounds per game. Ilgauskas had 19 points per game, 11 rebounds per game. And then we have finally Drew Gooden at 14.5 points per game and 10 rebounds per game. So the thing is, LeBron played well. He was the best player, obviously, on his team, but he had 3 other teammates average at least 13 points per game.
That was in
and
that
2 of them
series,
averaged
though, bro.
19. So the narrative that LeBron had no help needs to stop. Not to mention the fact
That was in that series, though, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're not about to sit here and tell me that Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Larry Hughes and Drew Gooden were out here playing like this for 3 series straight. They weren't, bro. They literally weren't.
These games are close. Yes, I understand it was a sweep, but the margin of victory for the Cleveland Cavaliers was only 8.7. So the narrative that, oh, LeBron destroyed all these little teams and stuff like that on the way to the NBA Finals is not true. Yes, it was a sweep, but most of these games are close. They were decided by less than 10 points. So what's my main point? My main point is the fact that LeBron struggled. He struggled against his team despite having more players average double-digit points. That is the moral. That's the moral of the story here, pretty much. You're facing a 41-41 team. You have 4 players average double-digit points, and the margin of victory was only 8 points per game. Are you serious? Let's move on to round 2. So in round 2, LeBron and company face off against the New Jersey Nets, who were 41-41.
41-41.
Yet again, another team that didn't even win above 500. And they were led by a 30-year-old Vince Carter, a 33-year-old Jason Kidd, and a 27-year-old Richard Jefferson. So now let's get into how they performed during that series. We have Vince Carter at 19.7 points per game, 7.5 rebounds per game, and 6.7 assists per game. As you can see on the screen, I have it right there for you. Jason Kidd, 15.2 points per game, 11.8 assists per game. Pretty solid, but again, 33 years old. Richard Jefferson, who was, pretty much in the heart of his prime, 17.8 points per game, 6.2 rebounds per game. So at face value, this seems pretty good, and you can start to see,
3 bald-headed ass niggas.
They turned it up in the playoffs. Okay. That's pretty much the impression that you're getting. But let's compare that to what LeBron had in his supporting cast during that series. So if you could take a look at the screen, guys, I have it right here for you.
Look, their fucking numbers dropped. Their shit's dropped. And let me actually go. Let me go to the fucking. Hold up. Okay, I got the stats up right here. All right. I got the Cleveland Cavaliers basic stats right here, okay? LeBron James doing LeBron James things, 24, 7, and 8, okay? And this fucking LeBron James shot 42% from the field, 30% from the 3. Niggas was not shooting 3s during this time, so yeah, boom. Larry Hughes, basically 32% from the fucking field, 37% from the three. 37% from the three is not bad, but 32% from the fucking field is horrendous. It's terrible. It's awful. And he was taking 27 threes a game. Or he attempted 27 threes. Not a game. I'm tripping. That was not a game. He attempted 27 threes and took as much as 96 shots a game. Or not a game. 96 shots total. And only hit 31 of them bitches. All right. So Jonas Ilgauskas, he was doing Jonas Ilgauskas shit. He was getting offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, and putting them back up, setting screens. He was doing big man shit. Drew Gooden was ass. He didn't do shit. Drew Gooden didn't do a goddamn thing. Let me see. Where's his points at? Where's his points per game? Yeah, Drew Gooden didn't do shit. He was getting steals and blocks. That's really about it. He was good on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, he wasn't really doing shit. Sasha Pavlov, I don't even know how to say his name. Anderson Varejao wasn't doing shit. Daniel Gibson, that's who I was thinking of. Daniel Gibson, bro. That's who the nigga I was thinking of. Daniel Gibson, he's alright. He was 4 points per game, but we're not gonna talk about it. Damon Jones, ass. And Scott Pollard, I forgot Scott Pollard existed, but yeah, we already know ass. He didn't get no minutes. But like, my point is, like, bro, these niggas' numbers dropped tremendously, bro. Like, how you gonna, like, come on, if this nigga about to sit here and say that he had help again, bro, I'm gonna get tight.
Numbers don't lie. That is the old age saying. LeBron James had 5 teammates, well, technically 4, including himself, so 5 people on his team averaged at least double-digit scoring.
Bro, Sasha Pavlov, whatever the fuck you say his name is, nigga, 10 points per game, nigga, he wasn't doing shit, bro. I'm looking at it right now, bro. Where's it at, bro? Sasha Pavlovich, nigga. Never mind, he shot alright. He was alright. But 10 points per game, that's help. That's help, my nigga. For a fucking backup? I mean, I'm chatting right now. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? He got it, bro. He got it.
This was a 6-game.
Larry Hughes was not doing nothing. Larry Hughes was not doing shit. 13.8 points per game on 32% field goal percentage. Terrible, okay? Jonas Ilgauskas, he was doing big man shit. Drew Gooden was doing regular motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, lock niggas up type shit. This nigga Sasha Pavlovic nigga, I don't know where the fuck he came from.
Meaning he lost 2 games against a team that didn't even go above 500. That's embarrassing. Now, like I said, this is not hate towards LeBron. He's 22 years old. He brought his team to the finals.
And you can't say this is embarrassing because, bro, he's 22 years old. What was his 3rd, 4th year in the league? And he's carrying the Cleveland Cavaliers with his second options being Zydrunas Ilgauskas, or his 2 or 3 options being Zydrunas Ilgauskas and Larry Hughes. The fact that he even brought that team to the finals, period, regardless of who the fuck he had to go up against at that age with that team, bro, I'm sorry.
He did win the series, but the fact that he struggled against a 41-41 team really makes you wonder what the hype was about. Why is it that he went 6 games? As you look, like, the numbers don't lie. I have everything right here. Now, you would think against a 41-41 Nets team that LeBron would have blown out the games in which he won against his team, but in fact,
nope,
that isn't the case. The average margin of victory for the Cleveland Cavaliers against these Nets was only 8 points per game, which is actually...
Wait, can you blame LeBron for that? Let me see what he fucking steals and blocks. No, you can't blame LeBron for that at all. You can't. You just can't. You just can't. All right, yeah, so Drew Gooden was averaging a steal and a block. So Drew was averaging a steal and 0 blocks. Larry Hughes was averaging 2 steals. Okay, so mainly, so the gist that I'm getting here is that these niggas will score their points off of the defensive end most of the time. The defensive end, you know what I'm saying? Niggas, like I said earlier, this team was a defensive juggernaut. They had a lot of niggas on this team that could lock niggas up and play great defense. Not good defense, great defense. So that's probably why they made it so far. But at the same time, remove LeBron James out the equation, have all these numbers right here. All these numbers, just remove LeBron out of the equation. Nigga puts up all these numbers right here, they're getting beat in the first round. Sorry. Like, it's not happening, my nigga. It's not, like...
closer than the previous series at 8.7. So what is the main point of saying all this? The narrative that LeBron didn't have any help and that he dragged a terrible Cavs team to the finals is just simply incorrect. He had 5 teammates average double-digit points. So let's go ahead and move on to round 3, which is actually a more impressive round for him. Now, the common thing before we get into, go any further, people say LeBron beat the Detroit Pistons, who just 2 or 3 years prior destroyed the Kobe Shaq Lakers. But the problem with that is it's missing a lot of context. And the context that they're missing is the fact that Ben Wallace didn't play in the series that LeBron faced the Pistons in.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. But the Pistons were still nice. They won 53. Fucking, they're the only team in the West besides the Cavs that won 50 games. So they were still a good team. But Ben Wallace on that team would have obviously made him, like, you know what I'm saying? This is prime. This is early or mid. This is going into the mid 2000s. So, or going into the late 2000s. So Ben Wallace had during his time, he was a defensive juggernaut. I think he just came off his 4th DPOI. He just left to go to Chicago. So you're not wrong. Ben Wallace, if Ben Wallace was here, LeBron probably wouldn't be in the final.
Protector. Now this Pistons team that we're speaking of, did win 53 games and only lost 29 games throughout that season. Now, as far as this series is concerned, there's not really much you can take away from it other than the fact that they didn't have Ben Wallace, who was a key defensive player for that team. You know, LeBron, the Cavs did go down 0-2 to this team, and LeBron did play well, and he only had 2 other players average double digits, which is actually a disadvantage for him considering the fact that the Detroit Pistons had 4 players average double digit in points. So, LeBron was a man in this series. Obviously, his efficiency numbers did drop. He only shot 44% from the field.
Just taking all the fucking shots, man. What do you expect? Like, he's fucking nigga Larry Hughes over here shooting up the bricks. Drew Gooden over here getting his ass cooked by Caron Butler. Jonas Ilgauskas can't get a rebound to save his life, can't score, and get in the post and get in the block and get a bucket by himself to save his life. So LeBron James gotta do whatever. You gotta take all the shots. You gotta do everything. Like I said, this series in particular, he was doing everything. Like, it was no debate. He was literally that nigga. In the other 2 series, you can make the argument that, you know what I'm saying, he had 3 other niggas on the team that was scoring double-digit points, but remove LeBron out the equation, and them 3 niggas that you just named, 4 niggas that you just named that were averaging 10 points per game or more, they're not winning. They're not making it past the fucking Wizards or the fucking Nets without LeBron James on that team. That's my whole point. But, you know what I'm saying? I digress. You know what I'm saying? He got a point. He do got a point.
I will take.
He did have a little bit of help.
For objectivity's sake.
But I say a little bit because series, remove LeBron, and obviously that help doesn't do shit.
Finals, 4th round.
They don't do nothing.
LeBron and company face off against the San Antonio Spurs, who obviously went on to win the championship, and they swept LeBron. And the narrative about this series is LeBron had absolutely no help, 0 help at all.
No, this series, LeBron choked. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'll give LeBron the benefit of the doubt because he was young. It was his first NBA Finals. But let's be honest, he choked. You know what I'm saying? He was shooting up bricks. They didn't want him to drive to the basket, so they just made him turn into a jump shooter. And then everybody else on the team just disappeared because, you know what I'm saying, they was like, all right, if we gonna lose, Larry Hughes gonna have to drop 45, you know what I'm saying? He gonna have to go for his career high, you know what I'm saying? That was just not gonna happen, you know what I'm saying? That was not possible with the Spurs team, you know what I'm saying? So, understand, you know what I'm saying? He choked. He choked. But he had to do what he had to do. He had to take all the jump shots. At that time, he wasn't a really good jump shooter. Now he's pretty good. He's alright. You know what I'm saying? He be pulling logo threes and shit. It wasn't looking like that during against the Nuggets series, but he's a decent shooter now. Back then he was horrendous though.
Teammates average 0 points per game, and LeBron was killed and blown out of every game. That is the common narrative about that series.
Well, not blown out every game, but
the good thing for you guys, I'm all about the truth, and the truth is that's not at all.
He wasn't blown out every game. Every game was like a scrum fest. Like it was very scrappy. But LeBron James, they was making sure LeBron didn't get to that fucking paint.
Not even a little bit. Not at all what happened in that series. And I'm going to be here to paint the picture for you. So let's go ahead and get into it. The fact of the matter is, all 4 of these games...
Yeah, it wasn't a blowout, but it was very, very one-sided. I'm going to stop pausing. I'm just trying to get my point across. It was very, very one-sided to the Spurs, but it wasn't a blowout every game. The Cavs were doing what they had to do.
That LeBron lost were close. Look right here on the screen. Game 1, the Cavaliers lose by 9 points. That's a winnable game, not a blowout. Game 2, Cavs lose by 11 points. Not really a blowout, but I'll let that one
that's
slide.
A loss. That's a loss.
Game 3, Cavs lose by 3 points.
You could have.
Did you guess I wouldn't let that slide? No, I wouldn't. Game 4, you lose by 1? Yeah, I'm not going to let that slide. There was no excuse for LeBron to get swept. You were in 3 winnable and very close games that went down to the wire, and you lost. Look, I understand he was 22 years old. I'm not trying to send any hate his way. But what all-time great, Michael Jordan, Kobe, Hakeem, Magic, Bird, what all-time great wouldn't be able to close 3 games?
I'll give him
not even one of them. You couldn't win one of those games. Anybody could have. And matter of fact, I'm going to prove it to you. First of all, the narrative is, hey, LeBron had 0 help in that series. That's actually not true. Take a look at the screen. Look, before I even get into this, obviously I'm very well aware that Drew Gooden and Daniel Gibson do not compare to the Big 3 San Antonio Spurs. What I will not do, though, is act like LeBron didn't have 2 teammates average double-digit points.
My nigga, I'm going to say it again, bro. Drew Gooden and Daniel Gibson averaging 12 and 10 points, that's fine and all, but take LeBron James off that team, and that 12 and 10 and 9 that you showing me on the screen right now doesn't do nothing for the Cavaliers. Doesn't do shit. LeBron James on that team makes the Cavaliers, bro. So you can sit here and say, oh, he had help. He had other niggas scoring 10. He had Larry Hughes averaging almost 14, 15 points per game one series. He has a Jonas Ilgauskas out almost averaging a double-double. You realize that these niggas elevate their game because LeBron James is on the floor, bro. LeBron James makes niggas better on the... I feel like I'm a LeBron dick sucker right now. I'm not even a LeBron fan. I don't even fuck with LeBron like that. But this video really got me fest. I'm not gonna lie, it got me fast. Because you showing me a nigga averaging 12.8 points per game and a nigga averaging 10.8 points per game, and you tell me that's help? You tell me that's help? When LeBron James gotta do all the scoring, all the rebounding, all the passing, which is getting shown right here. Defense, everybody can play defense. LeBron was a great defender though, but everybody can play defense. But majority of the time, LeBron was doing everything on the floor from the first series till now. He had a few niggas average a few points, but that wasn't really gonna get you anywhere if LeBron was not on the floor. That's my point, but let me get back to the video.
Just like the Spurs had. So, both teams had 3 players average double-digit points. Now, what does this mean? Take a look at the screen, guys. I know what you're thinking. Why are you showing us Los Angeles Lakers stats, and what series is this even from? Well, this is actually from the very next year. And notice how his 2 teammates averaged about the same as LeBron's 2 teammates. The one key difference. Both of these teams played the exact same team. So the Lakers went up against the Spurs and the Cleveland Cavaliers went up against the Spurs. Only difference is Kobe blew the doors off the San Antonio Spurs with 2 teammates averaging about the same as LeBron's 2 teammates. But what is my point? LeBron getting about the same production as Kobe got swept and couldn't close 3 of those games. But Kobe was able to beat the Spurs, a more experienced Spurs by obviously it was the very next year, so not too long.
He had better coaching, he had better players, he had a better bench. Like, come on, bro. We're not gonna do this comparison right now. Pau Gasol, Lamar Odom, yeah, their numbers dwindled because Kobe was doing Kobe things, but Pau Gasol is not comparing Drew Gooden and what's that nigga name? Daniel Gibson. I already forgot his name. Or Damon Jones? Comparing those niggas to Lamar Crackhead Odom and Pau Gasol because their numbers were somewhat similar and this team beat the Spurs. Bro, the Lakers team was a way better team than the Cleveland Cavaliers, bro. Way better team. Especially in 2007. And going onward. So we not about to do this comparison. I don't agree with that. I don't.
But a more cohesive.
They literally had the greatest coach of our era, bro. Wait, who's calling me? Hold up. Yeah, I'll check in a little bit. I'm editing a video. I'll go out in like 15 minutes. Okay, I got you. Bye-bye. All right. But like, yeah, I don't agree with this. I don't at all. Like, the Lakers were a way better team than the Cavaliers, bro. So you even bringing this up, it's just going one ear and out the other, bro.
So what am I getting at? What is the whole main conclusion of this video? The point is, LeBron as a 22-year-old did drag his team to the finals, and it was impressive, but it is very overrated, and the notion that he didn't have any help is a straight-up lie, as I proved to you. Larry Bird could have taken that team and made it to the finals. Kobe Bean Bryant definitely could have done it. He beat the Spurs with about the same amount of production as LeBron had from his teammates. Magic Johnson, one of the greatest leaders in NBA history, definitely could have done it, and I don't even need to mention this guy. Black Jesus, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, definitely could have done it. And that's pretty much all I wanted to get into with you guys today. Hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed the video. I am no longer NBA Talk. I am NBA One Hoops. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.
That music jazzy though, I'm not gonna lie. Good vid nonetheless, but a few points I don't agree with. I'm gonna give you a like though. 156 likes, my nigga. I'm the 156 like, my nigga. But go show some love to A1 Hoops. You know what I'm saying? This was 3 years ago. Damn, go show some love to A1 Hoops. Good video nonetheless. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what y'all think in the comments. I like talking to y'all niggas in the comments. So, yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.